Yes, Trinidad, your favorite Hardware Island Express. We now get some new stocks here. Fresh off the truck. Look at it. PVC pipe galore. Come down and check us, man. Lowest prices in Trinidad. We located at Rashid Avenue, Kakandi Road, Felicity Shagonas. Yes, Trinidad, your favorite Hardware Island Express. Continuing on the door sale. Alright? These just a few other doors that we have in stock. All different patterns, all different sizes. Large variety of items here. Alright, you can come on down and check us out. Lowest prices in Trinidad. Your favorite Hardware Island Express here. We have a massive Republic sale here. Alright? You're getting 2 shovels, 1 fork, 1 hoe, and a 16-liter spray can for $4.99. Alright? But wait, hold on. What the boss now say, when you buy the package, you're getting a free pair of gloves. Alright, so come on down and take advantage of this sale. We are located at Rashid Avenue, Kakandi Road, Felicity, Shagonas. And you can call us at 308-5318.
Call ceiling experts today. Quality materials, free estimates, affordable prices, professional installation, reliable and efficient service with over 20 years experience. We can build any design given to us. Quality over quantity. Lowest prices in Trinidad, so book us today.
Okay, my friends, a pleasant Saturday afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Those of you who are locked on via the World Wide Web, whether you are on YouTube, whether you are on Fire Stick, whether you are on TikTok or Facebook, I want to take this opportunity, my friends, to thank you all and welcome you to our program, Hard Facts, that is aired Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays on this beautiful station, Sentinel Media Broadcasting, where you can call us at 740-3347 and identify whatever situation that is plaguing you as an individual or as a community when it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to health, when it comes to crime, whatever situation that is plaguing you, my friends, this is an opportunity that you have to really and truly identify your problem. And myself, my co-host, Mr. Premchand Baldeo, we are going to dissect your conversation via asking other people to make comments and contribution on our program, Hard Facts. So again, my friends, I want to take this opportunity to thank all those persons who have been really and truly communicating and sending messages to us via WhatsApp and calling us privately. I want to say hats off to people in Canada, people in America, people in India, Pakistan, people in the Caribbean islands, and those of you who are really and truly interested in what is taking place in this once beautiful country, Trinidad and Tobago. My friends, we have a really and truly bombarded program when it comes to information that we are going to share and disseminate for you all today on our program, especially when it comes to chicken curry or curry chicken. So we're going to talk about all those things because, my friends, what we are seeing as a nation, as a people, and what we are seeing, whether it be in the CARICOM Islands, it is really and truly alarming because I tell you something, many things are happening. And as I said before on this program, and my co-hosts have been saying it all the time, that if you and I allow a situation when it comes to crime or when it comes to anything that is distorting the minds of the citizenry of any country, whether it be Trinidad, whether it be Guyana, whether it be Barbados, whether it be Jamaica, my friends, we have to talk about it. So we're giving you the opportunity to call us. The number is 740-3347. Call us when we are discussing in the different segments. Our program is free for you all to call. Prem?
Thank you very much, Imam. Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome,
Namaste, and a pleasant good afternoon to one and all our viewers on the program Hard Facts, viewed on Sentinel Media Live Broadcasting. As Imam stated earlier, we are here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays from approximately 1 p.m. to cover current issues, Imam, that are affecting our beloved citizens of this country. So, my friends, presently outside it is very, very hot. It is approximately 36 degrees, going to 37 degrees. And we here in the studio here is fully air conditioned. It is so hot in here also, Imam.
Correct.
Okay. So once again, just a mild, gentle reminder to the parents who have students going to primary school and secondary schools, ensure that they are well hydrated, ensure that they have enough water in their bag to be consumed during school hours and even when they are returning home. So, Imam, the water woes continue in Trinidad and Tobago. Okay? In my village, which is east of the highway in Charleville, today is about 27 to 29 days around there, Imam. We have had no water. I kept saying on this program, my mom she's 83 years old. She has one 400-gallon tank of water. That has been depleted completely, okay? And Ma is using water from my tank. I am waiting on the Reverend Imam to purchase a tank from him. He's giving me his word. He's not keeping up to his word. I don't know why. I am paying cash, Imam.
Okay. So, my friend, thank you very much, Prem. Again, for you letting out our secret in the bag. But as I said before, the only reason why the tank have not reached my hardware yet is, and again, my friends, I am telling you all, we have to be mindful of the crime situation in this country. The person who really delivered tank to me and he sell tank to me, and that is a rotoplastic company salesman who has been in that business for over 40 years. He has been robbed of his monies, of his tank. There was a home invasion where they took his money, they tied up his families. I don't know the gravity of the situation because I've been trying to call him and to no avail. Maybe they are very scared even to answer the phone at this point in time. So I'm waiting. Maybe this week tank will come in the hardware, and Prem, as I said before, I'll give you a tank, a 1,000-gallon water tank, $2,099, right? Cost price, I'll buy it for you and I'll give you, especially in your situation where Ma is not having any water, I'll contribute maybe $100 towards it again. Okay,
so thanks in advance.
So that is an important thing for you, right?
If I don't get it, I'm going to raise it here.
Raise it again. And again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, right? We have been speaking about the pothole. We have been speaking about that pothole, and I want to begin our program because my friend, my co-host, he brought it up and he was mentioning that so many days there is no water. And have you contacted your counselor, Mr. Premchand?
All calls to his cell phone went unanswered. All calls to Wasa Imam, sorry to say this, went unanswered.
Right. So this is a mimic. This is a gimmick. And all the icks that you want, whether it be politics, whatever situation, because I tell you something, prior to the election, and this is why this program really and truly is going to reach places, because we are not going to lie. We are not going to lie for the PNM. We're not going to lie for the UNC. We're not going to lie for, as a matter of fact, nobody. Whether you are a counselor, whether you are a friend, whether you are a foe. Right? We are telling you, and Brother Prem, my friend here, has been telling you for the past 3.5 weeks, that there is no water. At least sympathize. Wasa sympathize. Our counselor for the area, he's been trying to call Councillor Adrian Ali to no avail. Calling the mayor of Shogunas is worse. You will see them more on TikTok than they would answer their phone. I challenge anybody here today. I challenge anybody here. You call Adrian Ali, councillor for Charlieville, or you call the councillor and who is the mayor of Shogunas. At this point in time, you call, because I tell you something, this job is not a Monday to Friday job. This is a job, and I always reiterate, the Honorable Kamla Prasad Bisesa said, and I heard that from her mouth, that the best rest that she ever took was the night she lost that election, where the burden of the country was lifted from her shoulders. So don't tell me about Monday to Friday you are working and you are not counselor for Saturday and Sunday. Then find our next job, because this job is like a doctor on call all the time. So you can't come and say that my office hours is Monday to Saturday. You should have said that before the election, and the people would have a choice. They would have that choice whether to vote you or not to vote you. So we are saying this again. I challenge anybody outside here who feel that we are offending and we are trying to attack the UNC councillors in the area, because we have 8 councillors in the borough of Shogunas. All is UNC. All is UNC. They had a clean sweep, and that gives them now the opportunity to be more lackadaisical. Correct. Because who is watching who?
They're in charge.
And who is guarding who? If we had 2 PNM inside there, maybe they could have bat in their crease. But now everything is yellow there, so nobody cares about nobody. And I challenge you all. You call Adrian Ali, members from Charlieville area, you call Adrian Ali. You are members in Felicity and Petersfield and all those areas that is governed by the Burgess of Mayor Faik, who is the councillor for that area. Call him and you tell me if he ever respond to your phone call. And if not, you all should record the conversation, how many times you call, and post it to us, and we are going to put it out on TikTok. We are going to put it out on TikTok, because it seems as though people love to be on TikTok. I love to be on TikTok. Premchand love to be on TikTok, because there's where the people are seeing us. So we're going to show it up to you all. So those of you who are locked on, my friends, we are championing your cause, right? We are not here because we are taking, I'm telling you, I get a lot of bashing from individuals. Why? Because, my friends, because I am trying to defend you all. We have roads in these communities. There are material that is packed up in the borough of Shogunas, and they are using it. Vike means that they are using it for their own whims and fancies. Yes. Who they wish to give, who supported them, who gave them donation, who gave them contribution, who supported them, they are getting priority treatment. And that should not be. You should be understanding this. Those of you who hold office at this point in time, you have to be able to really and truly govern with clear heart, clear mind, a good intention, help the people. That is your responsibility, Prem. If Charlieville, and my friend here is not going to lie, one thing he doesn't do is lie. And he is telling you for the past 32 days now, 32? 29 days. Yeah. I lied. 29 days now, Ashraf Road have not been receiving any water supply. Let's get a call. Caller, go ahead. Let's say the call.
Hello.
Go ahead, caller.
Assalamualaikum.
Welcome, salam.
I can't hear, could I hear everything what I'm saying?
Go ahead, we're hearing you. Tell us. Talk to us.
Assalamualaikum. I live Roshad Road, Baraka.
Uh-huh.
Inside Platonic Church. I'm a single grandmother. I'm going through some problems over here.
Uh-huh.
I have my son, I have a big son. He's a single father of 3 children from 14 years to 8 years. Uh-huh. And he lives in Mexico. He lives in by me, and I shared. You really have to come and see the situation we're going through. I asked the father for him to build up a 2-bedroom for he and the children to go next door, so I could be in my home with my rest of children.
Okay. So, your son is not working at this point in time?
No, he did surgery. for kidney.
Oh, so you have a lot of problems.
He getting on little public assistance, but the money don't enough for him and insurance for the whole month. I just have to put off and 30 years and who not married, he just have to help me.
All right. Okay, sister. Here what we will do. I will send on a crew. I will send on Sentinel Media. Sentinel Media will contact you. They will visit you. And we're gonna highlight your problem, your situation on this station. And if you give the permission, we're gonna do a TikTok because there is where the people are. And we're gonna ask people to see how they could render some assistance. We're gonna contact the MP for the area. We're gonna contact the Jamaat for the area. We're gonna contact relevant people to see how they can assist you, right?
Inshallah.
Okay.
But you know right now, when you come now, you could have a better chat with me because you don't have a pipe on water here. You just have to buy water in the street.
Okay, all that.
Right now,
Go ahead.
Right now, me I have a drop of water here. Rain fall and I catch 2 half-gallon of water.
Okay, that is it. That is it. All right, thank you, sister.
Imam, that situation needs urgent attention.
Yeah, so
from the MP of the area, the council of the area, and other influential people.
And I want to tell the public outside here, right? I'll tell you something, and I've been saying this over and over and over, right? Many of you who are listening to this program and who are watching our program, Hard Facts, we have been telling you that many of you have been blessed. God Almighty have been giving you and giving you and giving you lots and lots of His bounties.
How are we going to say in Hindi, ma'am? Roti, kapra?
Or makan.
Or makan.
Right. So what we are saying here is that, you know, you can contact us. We don't want to deal with no finance. I tell you from now. So I telling you, John public outside there, we don't want to handle no finance. Not that we don't trust ourselves. We trust ourselves. We are going to handle our own finance. Whatever I am putting out from my pocket, I am going to do that. Whatever Prem is handling from his pocket, that is what he's going to do. And if anybody would like to make contribution towards his sister, we're going to give you a direct link. We're going to show you the photos, and maybe you can take your family. Sometimes it is good to have an outing like that. Instead of going to the zoo and look at the monkeys, we have a lot of monkeys outside. You don't really need to go to the zoo anymore. What we are saying is that you go to these people, and look at their condition, and maybe you can benefit from them, Prem.
Well said. I will comment that.
Yeah.
Take your children, let them see what poverty really is like.
Exactly.
Because in homes, there are certain homes in this country, Imam, what the dog gets to eat, human beings in other homes
cannot get it. They're not getting it.
Yeah.
Right? So thank you, sister, again. I hope you are looking on our program. And again, you can tell
Rubber
others.
situation water too, eh?
Yes. You can tell others also. Now, what I am saying here, right? These politicians in our country, right? They will take up the microphone and they will take cameras and they will go before maybe a live audience that is user friendly to those people. If they come out in the John public, in the domain of John public, they will have to run and hide.
That you want in 500.
Yes. Right? So what they normally do is invite 20 user-friendly people. That is the reason why if you call our program here and you try to embarrass us, we're not going to be angry with you, because if that is the level and the mentality that you are thinking, we are happy with you, brother. If you are happy, you are having water, no crime in your community, and the road that you are driving in is smooth and nice, and everything is going good, honky-dory with you, we are happy. We are not angry with you. So you can call us and tell us we're lying, right? But there are people, the lady is saying that, imagine this, her son, who has 3 children, separated, divorced, or what have you, and he has a kidney failure problem. He did kidney surgery.
No income.
No income, number one. He have 3 children. How are they going to live, especially if there's teenagers, whether they are daughter or son? And the lady is saying that where she lives, there is no pipe-borne water. She's depending on God Almighty to give her. Maybe that is the reason why rainfall, Prem.
Yeah, but Imam, to pay for water, you don't have a proper income. 3 children to maintain. Normal household bills to cover, and then to pay for water. You know what I want to ask, Imam?
Yeah.
The MP for that area, that fella, is he visually impaired? Does he suffer from optic illusion?
What we're going to do, right? We're going to take a different stand.
You know what I said?
Yeah.
Imam, you might vex with me, you know?
You go.
When time to vote, they will come and they know everybody in the area.
Yeah.
The police knows everybody in the area. The EBC knows everybody where you live, in your house number, your address and everything. This lady is going through this. You mean nobody ever brought this to the attention of the MP in that area?
And the council, you see,
The MP has people sitting in his office playing cards.
right, hear me good, Prem.
Send them out there to do their blasted work.
And let me tell you something, Prem. I'll tell you something. And that's the reason why the conduit to the MP is the councillors.
The connection.
But in Shogunas West,
That do happen.
in Shogunas West, I have seen that with all the MPs, not only Dinesh Rambali,
It's war.
we see every single MP in the area of Shogunas West. The councillors always veto the MP and don't work with the MP at all. And I try to understand that. You look at Manohar Ramsaran, right? You look at the next guy, Wasaga Ganga Singh. You look at all those people, my friends, right? We look at Dinesh Rambali. You look at Jack Austin Warner. Look at all those people who were working as the MP for Shogunas West, and they always had retaliations from the councillors of the area, and it always seems as though it is something that is manipulated. All right, Jerome Moses, read that here.
All we're hearing now is dragon gas from Venezuela. The people is not going to benefit from that dragon gas. We had our own gas in Trinidad. We never benefit from the gas. How are we going to benefit from outside gas? Please make it make sense.
Yes. All right, thank you very much, Jerome Moses, and he is one of our ardent listeners, ardent viewers, ardent callers, ardent supporters of our program. Hats off to Jerome again. And again, my friends, these are important discussions that we are having here. We are not coming here on this program to measure and to see who's smaller and who bigger and who more intelligent and who more stupid.
Imam, you know something? This is about 3 years now. Okay, every month. I have a group of people. They are all pensioners like myself.
Yeah.
And we would contribute a little 200 or 150, 5-6 of us, and we would look for a family to give them a hamper and maybe some cash in hand. Okay? That is we are cutting our cost, our belly to do that. What happened to the MP in that area? This is the point I'm making, you know.
Yeah.
So the council doesn't know that?
What we have to do now, right? Listen carefully. And Director, we need your help on this, right? What we need to do when we are speaking or anybody call and they're talking about maybe Barakpo, or they're talking about anywhere in Shogunas, or they're talking about anywhere in Port of Spain, or anywhere in any part of the country, I want you to get a photo of the MP and put it up.
One time.
Immediately while we are talking, put it up so that the relevant individuals, because some people don't know who their MPs are. Some people do not know, because remember we went Greenwich Road and we spoke to the lady. The lady said she have never seen the councillor for the area.
Who is the
and
mayor?
Who is the mayor of Shogunas? She said that. I didn't coax her, I didn't pay her. She said it. She said she have never seen him. She don't know who he is. Now that lady doesn't go on Facebook and TikTok. I told her, I said, sister, if you want to see him, go on TikTok. Now people might say we bashing Faik, but you have to make yourself available to the people. You can't take 2 jobs and cannot handle one. And that is the problem we have been telling Kamala Prasad Bissessa all the time. We have been telling her that because they are the ones who are selecting the MPs and the chairman and so forth. All we are saying is if you want to put Faik as the MP, or you want to put Faik as the mayor, or you want to put him as the councillor, that's your rights. No problem, you can do that.
Give him one portfolio.
But give him one portfolio where they can handle. You are stressing out the citizenry of this country. Not only Dr. Rowley, because I heard something, he's given a speech. He's given a speech in foreign prem.
I just give it to the
yeah, pull that speech for me. Pull that speech here for me.
The last video I sent it for you.
Pull that speech here for me. That is our Honorable Prime Minister. He's given a speech and he's speaking about firearms and all these things, right?
And murders in our country.
And murders in our country. He's speaking about 5 citizens, 5 children, basically children being murdered in this country. And we have not seen anybody coming out. We saw another video that is rebuttal to that first video where they are saying that it's a vice versa thing. You come after we come after you. And this is the type of situation that is brewing in this country. And that is how it normally starts, with a spark. And then we're going to end up with war in this country. And the police service, under the astute leadership of Ola, they need to lift themselves from their sitting position and stand up, adorn yourself with military garbs, and go outside there and champion the cause of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You have to give your orders. You are the commander-in-chief at this point in time when the police service needs to be commanded. And we are saying this to you. You have to do that, Ola. We are saying that, Fitzgerald Hines, you have to do something. You have to stand up. You have to mobilize your troops and tell your troops, well, hear what? People are being killed. Pull that video. This is our Prime Minister. Put some volume there.
for future generations. Mr. President, Trinidad and Tobago, as a responsible member of this organization, is committed to doing its part to achieve sustainable development and international peace and security for all. However, our ability to safely navigate our destiny to the harbor of sustainable development by 2030 is stymied by challenges and threats, some of which are existential. One such threat is the proliferation and use of illegal firearms in our society, which, just like in other jurisdictions, bring untold suffering to many families and communities and the nation as a whole. Only today, Mr. President, we experience the loss of life of 5 members of one family killed by an assailant with an assault weapon. Mr. President, this situation has worsened largely because of the accelerated commercial availability, coupled with illegal trafficking from countries of manufacture into the almost defenseless territories of the Caribbean. In a population of 1.
It's good enough. Now, what we are saying here, when you listen to the Honorable Prime Minister, right, he understands the problem, right? He understands the problem, and he also understands the situation that could correct that problem. Because in that communique that he's given to the President, he's telling him that there were 5 people killed, okay? 5 people killed. That is 5 human being lives has been lost, right? And we didn't hear anything. We didn't hear any, major communique to the citizenry of this country. People are scared to come out of their homes. All you are concerned with is salaries, paying salaries, increasing this, increasing that, taxes and taxes and taxes. And the citizens of this country, they are like living like chickens. They're living like dogs in kennel.
Waiting to be slaughtered.
This is what is happening.
Let me ask a question. People are dying worse than dogs. When last you heard 5 dogs get shot and killed?
I have
same
never seen that happen in this country.
Human beings have been killed worse than dogs.
Exactly. So, my friends, again, this program, Hard Facts, is your program. And we are here, my friends, week after week. We are here 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, highlighting the anomalies that is taking place right in front of your eyes. And if you remain silent, let me tell you something. Let me tell you all something here. When you good people remain silent, you know what happened? Crime prevails. Evil flourish, and crime prevail in this country. So you continue remaining quiet. You have a voice. Many of you have that social media voice. Put it outside there. What is it? You're studying chicken curry, chicken, curry chicken. Waste of time. That is waste of time. And we're going to deal with that when we come back. We're going to take a break. Yeah. And when we come back, my friends, we're going to deal with that chicken curry chicken, waste of time things that many of you today, you are concerned with that. And you're not studying what is taking place in your own country. And watch out the erosion. And watch and see what is happening in our country. You know what is going to happen? They will be waiting until maybe a Guyanese citizen or a Trinidad citizen perpetuate some heinous act on each other, and then they will say, well, now it's time we're going to stop it. Look at that. Look at that. So, director, when we come back, pull that.
Chicken curry.
Yeah, when we come back for in the next segment of this program, we are going to deal with that chicken curry chicken. Feel free to call us, my friends. 740-3347.
Yes, Trinidad, your favorite Hardway Island Express here. We have a massive Republic sale here. Alright? You're getting 2 shovels, 1 fork, 1 hoe, and a 16-liter spray can for $4.99. Alright? But wait, hold on. What the boss now say, when you buy the package, you're getting a free pair of gloves. Alright, so come on down and take advantage of this sale. We are located at Rashid Avenue, Kakandi Road, Felicity, Shagonas. And you can call us at 308-5318.
Call ceiling experts today. Quality materials, free estimates, affordable prices, professional installation, reliable and efficient service with over 20 years experience. We can build any design given to us. Quality over quantity. Lowest prices in Trinidad, so book us today.
So welcome back, friends, to the program Hard Facts, viewed on Sentinel Media Live Broadcasting. It is a compact program today, Imam.
We're full, we loaded.
Come into the desk of Sentinel Media office. We can't cover all this today. However, okay, Imam, I just saw the ad there. Those items that you have on sale is extremely cheap. Okay, are you giving back to your community?
No, what I'm doing there, I'm doing an extra special, right? That whole package is about $650. I am taking nothing for myself. I am just doing that for the farmers so that people can get that incentive to do something worthwhile when they have their spare time instead of
encouraging them to get going.
Yes, plan something home, do something with your children. Because when you look at watching cricket, that is enmity. And I tell you something, we have a lot of Guyanese citizens in this country. The Guyanese and the Trinidadian is at war at this point in time.
Because of that cricket game?
Yeah, I'll tell you something. When you look at Rome and what Rome did, they give the people bread and they give them games. And that is what we are seeing in this country at this point in time. They are using a Roman strategy. They are giving the people games and they give them a bread, and the whole communities, the whole nations, the whole Caribbean island regional communities are being divided, my friends, at this point in time. Where you lost so much, imagine this. There's no patriotism in this country. There's no patriotism in Guyana, in Trinidad. Everybody is fighting each other. Why? Because of a game. And it make me remember the Roman and the Trojan. When they give the people games, they give the people games and they give them a bread and they have them in bag. And I believe that is the same strategy that is being used. They are diverting the attention of the people of the Caribbean by giving them bread and games so that they will not think about the crime situation that is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago. They will not be thinking about infrastructural work. They will not be thinking about healthcare. They will not be thinking about the lack of commitment by the MPs and the ministers, those persons in authority. The people are going to just be, they're going to be in a state of illusion, and they're going to be diverted by this madness. I don't watch cricket.
But Imam,
Prem, I don't watch cricket.
Sports was so designed to bring people
together and
bring
this is
countries
dividing
together.
people, yes.
And we've seen just the opposite of that.
Yeah, they had to do something about that, because I tell you something, this weekend match coming here, it could have bloodshed in the country, it could have bloodshed in this country, it could have bloodshed in Guyana. Look and see what is going on in Trinidad and Tobago. Look and see what is going on. And the yellow is not UNC members, and the red is not PNM members, so don't get tired. People are fighting because of what? They are fighting because of a game. They are fighting, and this is realistically shown here on our program, Sentinel Media Hard Facts.
One son every year for people more.
Exactly.
Right? I know about dollar rice and curry chicken and stew chicken. I don't know about chicken curry and
Every year.
Look at that arrogant food.
And then they have jerk chicken. Jerk chicken is the Guyanese styling and the Jamaican styling. So we have curry chicken, we have chicken curry, and we have jerk chicken. Maybe we'll have something bonjal chicken.
Yeah.
Bonjal chicken coming up.
So Imam, we have information that coming from the St. Madeleine Secondary School, okay? It is alleged, and there are videos to prove it also, that bullying and the buying and selling and the use
Every day there is fight.
is taking place in the school compound, okay? And threats are being made to students who are speaking out about it, all right? Fighting is taking place, and students are suffering injuries, right? There's a shortage of school staff, of teachers in that school, Imam. Those who have retired and whatnot and moved on, there is no replacement for them. And it is alleged that the principal has failed to act upon all these incidents, and it continues on an everyday basis. School bullying, use of drugs in the school.
Prem, I want to beg to differ a little bit on that, because I'll tell you something.
Well, this is information coming to the
this
studio.
is what is coming in. And what happened, we had received and we have done a video, a recording of one parent whose child was abused and bullied and brutalized and beaten, right? And it so happened that the person called us back and they told us that, Imam, if you could retract the video, because she feel that it has escalated more, and maybe they would retaliate and do more harm to her child, right? So she pulled back that video, and we respect her rights, and we are not going to air that video. We just want her to know that We're not going to air the video that you sent us where your daughter was brutalized by bullies, and the hard part about it is boys beating those girls. And one of the girl mother made that video, and she sent a call to us and tell us that if we could hold back that, retract, don't air that video, because she's very much afraid and scared that retaliation will take place on her child in school. So that is the content.
Yeah, but Imam, then there are other incidents that came to Sentinel Media.
Yeah.
All right. We're not going to show any video, as you say. All right. But this is what is happening, and you know, situations and incidents like these, Imam, it should involve the police.
Yeah, the police was involved. Right? The police know what is going on.
Beating, fighting, bullying, selling of narcotics in the school compound. The police should be informed, and an investigation should be launched.
That is happening in St. Madeleine. That is happening in 75 to 80% of the schools in Trinidad and Tobago. And somebody mentioned this, one of the callers mentioned this to me, and they said that the principal is doing nothing. I am giving the principal right at this point in time. I am giving that principal. I remember one principal spoke out, and she was beaten.
Yes, I recall.
And she was beaten. So that principal of those schools, what they can do is secretly make reports to the police, waste our time going to the ministry, because ministry not taking any heed. We have seen that, because ministry want to look good, because this is a political thing, right? If the crime escalation is highlighted, the ministry might look bad, the PNM might look bad, they might say, okay, PNM causing this and that and the next. That is our problem today. We want to look good. And by looking good, by you want to look good, my friends, what you are doing, you are bringing devastation. You are destroying our once peaceful communities and countries. You have to hold the bull by the horn, Minister of Education. And you have to ramp up your security. You have to take police officers, communicate with Ola, because you all are women, communicate with Ola and discuss a strategic plan to enter all schools, especially when they have drugs, when they have guns. Because if they have drugs, they are going to have guns. They are going to have weapons. And many things are happening in our schools. And the parents, many times you will say that the parents, I remember this recently at the Charlieville Asher School. One parent went there with a 2x4 to deal with the principal. And who it have there? It have no security. It have some watchmen. Watchmen can't prevent anything. Watchmen can't save nobody. So my friends, again, it will come like in places like abroad. I don't want to call the country name, but it's going to come like that. That in the school system, there have to be security officers with firearm and tasers and all these things. Because you know why? Now, presently, when you can nip it in the bud, there is no plan. Because you want to look good. You don't want, crime to be prevailing on my watch. So you waiting to change shift, and then again, you don't care what happened.
And Imam, not a word from the Minister of Education.
Nothing.
Or any official from the Ministry of Education.
Nobody saying anything.
Not a word from Ms. Ola.
You see, what they believe in, right? I'll tell you something. What they believe in, if you bury your head in sand, it won't have no problem. Like a cat go and mess in the yard and put some sand there. The cat thinking, oh, hey, it has nothing there. It has nothing. That is the system of our country. People need to come out here and talk, call and talk. If you don't want to talk to us in our program, there are many, many talk shows. Call and talk to people. Let the cat out of the bag. Let people know what is going on. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Come out and tell the government of this day that here what? You are doing a shitty job.
There are hundreds of TikTok videos there, Imam, highlighting school fighting, school violence, and that sort of thing, and you're not hearing a word from nobody in authority.
Exactly. So my friends, again, 740-3347. That is the number that you can reach us. Call us. Tell us what is going on. Your daughters are being raped. Your sons are being bullied. Drugs are being handled in school and vending in school. There are so many erroneous things taking place. There are so many things happening in your schools. And parents, some of you are telling something. Some people today, they are already taking their children out of public schools and they are doing online classes. All these things are happening. We don't want that. We have a system here. We had a good system functioning. People need to understand morality and spirituality. Those are the watchword. If your children are fearful of God Almighty, they are going to do the right thing. But they don't care about God. There's no capital punishment. There's nothing taking place. So everybody is free. Let's take a call. Go ahead, caller.
Welcome to the program, Hardfacts. Caller, you're live. Go ahead.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Volume.
Yes, two points I want to make. The Dragon Deal, they had said this country has to save Venezuela with medicine and food. We don't have food for your own self. How are we going to supply the world?
Right, good.
The second thing, I'm not hearing nothing from the leader of the opposition what's going on in this country. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Okay? And the third thing, the Prime Minister don't talk about crime being a problem in Trinidad and Tobago. They use statistics and say everything good. But they go in an international forum and talking about how crime in the country is so bad, etc. I didn't understand that part.
I will tell you, I will dissect it for you, caller. Listen off here. Okay. Listen off here. Thank you very much for that call, because that call is very interesting. Number one, gas for medicine. In our country, gas and food for gas for food and medicine, right? That is the deal that they are broken right now. In this country, Trinidad and Tobago, if you all don't know, we are paying very high for food stuff. We are paying a very high price at this present time for food stuff. And when it comes to medication, let me tell you something. We have prime examples of people, Prim, they are going to the public hospitals. Their families are paying NIS. Their husbands and wives are paying NIS, health surcharge and all these things. And when they go to the hospital, they are given a prescription fully well knowing that there is no medicine downstairs, and they have to go and face the pharmacies where they have to pay $500 and $600, fork it out because they want their children to get better. That is what is going on in our country. Where is this government is going to get medicine? Where is this that this government is going to get food stuff to distribute or to make exchange or barter for gas and oil in this country? My friends, that is something that is smoking. That is a very, very hot topic. And I tell you something, the opposition needs to come down from their high pedestal and go outside. We have been clamoring. All MPs must come down and meet their people. Don't wait, not because you have 19 seats that people are voting you tribally. They are voting you tribally for 19. Would have been 18, but with the intervention of Omar TNT working in Mayaro Tableland, you get that opportunity where we pull back that one seat for the United National Congress. Whether you like it or not, I have proof of it. I can prove it. 693 votes came in extra via the Islamic community when it comes to Barakpur and all those number 1, number 5, number 10, Scale Yard and all those places where we work. Our point here is that the MPs, they have to mobilize, not dancing and wearing suit and looking to look good and doing media coverage and media TikTok and this, that. Those things are waste of time. Go outside there and meet your people and let the people understand, well, look, because you are eating a good food, MPs are eating a big food. Prem, you know that.
Of course
MPs,
I know that.
they drive in Prado. The ministers, they drive in Prado. And the MPs, they drive in Prado. What is the difference? The MPs collecting a salary. If we lost election, they remain in power. They eat our food constantly. It is you and I, citizens of this country, really and truly feeling the brunt of the sword. And I want to tell you all something. I am not attacking OUNC. I am attacking the government of the day. The government of the day needs to provide services. They need to provide services for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Not Kamla. Kamla can't do that. Opposition can't do that. But what the opposition can do, and they're not doing it. A Monday Night Forum. And on Monday Night Forum, when you look at the statistic of it, it is about 150 people watching that. Or say 200 people watching that. And when you look at the crowd, I was there, been there, done that. You look at the crowd, it is carted crowd, the same crowd over and over.
Yes.
It is like, addiction. You have to come, And those people are working in offices of the MP. They are working in offices of the councillor.
Every councillor has to bring
every
25
councillor have to
people.
be there. And they come there, my friends. It is the same old redundant faces who are in the meeting. We need to mobilize the real people, the people who could give actions, the people who could support, the people who could be able to remove this PNM government from office. You need to mobilize these people and stop doing the same old politics. Bringing the same old horse to run in a new track. Don't do that. Get new people in the sense of people who are willing to work. Not because you are educated. Let me tell you something. Not because you have a degree. That means to say that you are the most qualified person.
What you say? If you put that wrong, crapo?
Yes. This is what is happening. Pim, We have a lot of things to discuss. I don't really want to go down that road.
Let me change that. So, Imam,
Let me change that
let
topic.
me change that topic. One time. Once and for all. Imam, Sentinel Media crew on Thursday went out in the field. Okay? And a lot of work was done, a lot of images were captured and whatnot. So, Director, can you start with Upper Ashraf Road? You have 3 videos with Upper Ashraf Road, the condition of that
Again,
road.
this is Upper Ashraf Road, Charleville, and this is the condition of this road. A big sink here with huge, humongous potholes at the side. Vehicles are moving away from the road and passing on the edge here, and it is also damaging the edge of the road. Camera, can we give a little shot here of this area here, so? Right? Vehicles are passing, and look at drama. Trinidad and Tobago, this is Upper Ashraf Road, Charleville. Look at drama here. Yeah. Right. Take it, go cut and fit. Make sure you get the car when you come to the barrel, eh? Good. So, good morning, my friends, and we are at Upper Ashraf Road, Charleville. And this is the condition of this road here. Just look at that car coming there. Okay, there's a 2 feet deep well, I have to say, in the middle of that road. And it is very, very, very bad. Okay, you can see this car passing here. One has to drive very, very slow, and it's damaging the vehicle parts and whatnot. This road, letters were written to the Chaguanas Borough Corporation in 2019. Okay, and since then we have not received any response from them, in the sense that remedial work being done to the road and whatnot. The councillor for the area is Adrian Ali. Mr. Ali is fully aware of this road, this situation, and we are calling on him to have this situation, some remedial work done in this road.
Very outstanding job, Prem. I must compliment my team. We had other members on and around the area videotaping what is transpiring, because I tell you something, we had a lot of people who was uttering obscene language when they saw us coming there, and they were telling us about certain individuals who are representative for the area.
Correct.
And they were using a lot of obscene.
We had to delete
what
it.
we delete those things, because I said before, we are not here to identify the anomalies of nobody. Maybe Adrian Ali, maybe he's better than us in character, maybe he have better qualities than us. But as I said before, when it comes to the workmanship, when it comes to being qualified as a counselor, you have to really and truly mobilize. Now, we are saying this over and over. We have been calling on Adrian Ali, for the counselor for that area, to come on board with us, tell us what he's doing, and try to see at least the hearts of the citizens. What you say next 2 weeks or next month. We have been hearing that 2019 is a long time. We are in 2023. And what work have you all been doing? You have been doing work for your friends and families, people who are conducive to your liking, and you're not studying John Public. That is what we are. That is why we are angry. We have a video with the sister in Lacan Street. Let me pull that video, the one in Lacan Street. See if you can pull that video, Director. That is the area where we spoke about a sister by the name of Shamila, and she's saying that this is the roadway here, right? This is the roadway. Okay. Now continue so that John Public will know what's going on. Now this is the lady, where the lady parked the vehicle, right? Now last week a backhoe or a small mini excavator was rented by residents of the area, asking to clear that area, and it was given permission. They was given permission from the Chaguanas Borough Corporation. But here it is. Imagine this. This is how lackadaisical and non-caring and not understanding a single mother. They move the pipe off the drain, and they leave it outside the drain. They didn't have the courtesy to put back the pipe in the drain, or to tell his sister, well, look, we're going to do something for you all. They didn't say anything of that nature, and that is the bullying that we're talking about.
So they just abandoned that part of the job?
Yes, they just do what they had to do, because, maybe they made a promise or two. Now, what is happening here, this crossing that was built, it is alleged then, it came to my attention that the residents paid for that. That job there was paid for, and I want Minister Rohan Sinanan to look at those statistics that you get in your report and find out that if Lacan Street was built as a project done by the Borough of Chaguanas, or was it labor alone and cost was incurred to the residents of that area. Because my friends, residents are saying that they paid for that. They bought material, and remember I told you that is a new scam that is perpetrating its evil head in our society, where the borough are saying that they don't have any money, but they have only labor. So tell me something, if the people, the citizens don't have money, So if you don't have money, listen carefully, Trinidad and Tobago. Now, some of you might get angry with me and say, Imam, he have a hardware and he have a business going and he care about nobody. I care about you all. That is the reason why I'm bringing it up here. I am bringing it up here. I am telling John Public outside, the government of the day, they have millions and billions of dollars spending outside of the budgets and outside of the constituencies of Shogunas. Millions and millions. Why can't some money be increased so that the residents of this area can feel safe? At least they can be prevented from having massive flooding in the area.
When we were there on Thursday, a lot of obscenities were also being expressed. We had to deal with it. We had a lot of work to edit and whatnot, right? And people are calling for an investigation. The residents are calling for an investigation.
Talk about this video. You made this video.
Okay, go ahead. Volume.
And this is the condition of the road. This is what our Hindu brothers and sisters. This is the road leading to the Lakankaria cremation site in Kakandi Road, Felicity. And this is the condition of the road. This is what our Hindu brothers and sisters have to endure, have to go through when they are taking their loved ones to the cremation site to be cremated. This is the condition of the road here. And this has been like this for years. Okay, many repeated calls have been made to the Shogunas Borough Corporation, more so to the Mayor Faiq Mohammed, to have some restoration work done to this road. And my friends, all the pleas of the people and the cries of the people have fallen on deaf ears. Look at this water. It is totally stagnated. Totally stagnated.
My friends, those of you who are locked on, from now on, every time we do a video, you are going to see who is your councillor. The councillor photo will be on the screen. Your MP photo will be on the screen. Whether they are doing a good job, whether they're doing a bad job, their photos are going to be on the screen so that residents, at least you would have the opportunity to see those councillors. I told you all already. I told you all antes before I told you all that take out a nice photo, shake their hands, because maybe in 3 years' time they will be coming back. Put some sanitizers on your hand and
this
shake their hand.
This is a very
do a long shake hand.
What one would be the eyesore at Union Road in Petersfield. Okay, garbage has been dumped here for months upon months on both sides of the road. You can see, and you know it is really bad. It is a health hazard. It is dangerous to passerby, to children, whatever. You could see a nail here in wood that could puncture your vehicle tire and all this sort of thing. And this falls under the Shogunas Borough Corporation. We are calling on the corporation to have this situation.
Okay, Director, we have 2 more videos for the cremation site. Can you show them, please?
Okay. 250 boats access this point of the river here to go and come. In my yard alone, I have 130 boats. Plus, we have 3 other boat yards. Plus, other people have come from outside to park to go in the waters and to park their trailers and the vehicles on the outside.
And that is on a daily basis.
Well, not on let's say a monthly basis, because everybody use their boat. But at least 250 boats access this area.
And that is a lot of activity for boating in such a small area.
Yeah, that is quite a lot. You know, people are surprised sometimes on a particular day, sometimes mostly weekends, holidays, when there's very little.
Good afternoon again, and we are here at the Lakankaria cremation site in Kakandi Road, Felicity. And with me here is Mr. Chanka and Mr. Chankalal, and Mr. Chankalal is the owner of this establishment. Okay, and Mr. Chanka, yes, Chanka Development Company Limited from Marine Services. And Mr. Chanka is going to tell us a few words about this area. You know, from years go by, because he said he has been here about 15 years. Okay, so Mr. Chanka.
Good afternoon. I know this area, I grew up in this area for the last 50 years. I know when they had the sluice gate operating, that separated the salt water from the sweet water, to take down that in 1978. I never replaced it, and so all this lands on the back of me and the front of me was rice lands. All the rice lands spoiled. The river started eroding. The boats started coming up on this way. I built the road on the side here to accommodate the boat people so that they could drive down. I bought the property on the western side of the Lakankaria cremation site, and I started to develop my business. Right? This road have been dilapidated for the last 10, 15 years, and there seems to be no real effort to get it to fix. This on my eastern side here is the Lacan Carrier cremation site, which is a very useful site and a very busy place that accommodate funerals from all over Trinidad and Tobago, hopefully. And also, the road is lacking some development. I see that they are doing roads, some places that have 5 and 6 houses and so on, maybe about 3 or 4 vehicles. And I wonder what is the purpose of really, this area here, and why they neglecting this area and doing some areas that I know a place where my son is living, and they did that road and spent so much money there, and we have this road that have so many people coming down here. When there is flood, nobody can come down. We have no facilities to bring people here, and the road is too high with the water, impassable. So I hope that
Yes, sir, Imam. Director, there's another video where the road itself was highlighted by the cremation site. If you can pull that video, it's a very short video.
Again, this is a continuation of the Lacan Carrier cremation site, and this is the condition of the road here, my friends. This water is here. No rain is falling. Wherever this water is coming from, I cannot say. Maybe it is seeping up from that big drain there and coming from under the road in some pothole somewhere. But the condition is very, very bad, and we are going down to the actual cremation area.
Okay, so first and foremost, I want to thank Mr. Premchand Baldev and the camera crew with our director there. I want to thank them very, very much because they did tremendously well. They went outside there and spent some good hours there in investigating, because I tell you something, our program Hardfacts, we don't just come here and sit down and just yap. No. We do investigation. We call people and we ask people. Majority of the people who we talk to, they give us information. They are workers in the different agencies, and they tell us things. And I tell you something, they give us facts, but they just can't come on the airwaves because that is going to implicate and cause problem for their jobs and maybe hostility when it comes to workmanship and all these things. So my friends, again, I want to say hats off to the team. Congratulations, Prem. You did a wonderful job, and I do hope that when you all continue, when you're going down to Platonic next week by that lady, and maybe you could look at some other ventures that needs our attention.
But Imam, you know something? One thing that struck me with the video when Mr. Shankar was speaking there, right? He said that he knows of some road and some area where has just 3 and 4 houses, maybe a car or two, and he even referred to his son. Alone living there, and they have paved those roads. And here, the whole of Kakandi Road leading down to the cremation site, 15 years and more now, no work has been done.
It clearly indicates, it clearly indicates, right? You see, I tell you something, and people of Trinidad and Tobago...
Is it religious discrimination?
No, not really that. I tell you something, it's because of people being quiet, right? Once you remain quiet, you remain silent, people take advantage of you. You know, if you come out there, I remember this, a sign was put up on the edge of the highway next to the supermarket, right?
By TJ's?
Yes. And what happened? Within a 2 days, a 3 days time, monies were found, and the drain and that crater was repaired. Now it seems as though the only way that we can get somebody to listen to us, whether it be on this program, whether it be anywhere else, it is to highlight or to say something negative that could really and truly embarrass them to do their job.
But Imam, listen now. If Upper Ashraf Road is not fixed within a week and a half time, that sign that was placed at TJ's there is going to be placed at strategic points in that road.
Well, I tell you something, that would have no effect now. I tell you something, it would not have any effect now. You know why? Let me tell you all something.
And I'm going to place somebody cremation site.
Yeah, good. Well, what is going to happen here, it would not have any effect again. You know why? Because election finish.
Oh, yeah.
Election finish, So who win and who lost, who dead and who marry. That is the attitude of Trinidadian in this country.
But it brings shame on the councillor and shame on the mayor of Shogunas.
Exactly. And also it brings shame on the party itself, because you have to understand that the flagship of the United National Congress is the Shogunas Borough Corporation. And when you look at the corruption that is taking place in the borough of Shogunas, people are going to say it is alleged that there is a lot of corruption taking place under the watchful eye of the mayor of Shogunas, and so much so, members of parliament in the cabinet. Because you have a minister, and the minister knows exactly what is going on, right?
We have a text message here from Jason Christopher Thomas. No Syrian and no Chinese living in Felicity.
Right.
Thank you, Jason.
You know what he's saying
Yes,
there?
yes.
He's clearly identifying that as long as that component is out of Felicity, this community is going to eat or suck salt. We are going to live in docile. We are not going to get any remedial work done because, again, this is a UNC territory. PNM is not going to work anything. They're not going to do anything for us. Matters not that there is a minister, there's a junior minister of agriculture living in Felicity.
A stone's throw from the cremation site.
Yes, and he's supposed, as a Hindu, he's supposed to come out there, and you know people want to bash me, and they say, Imam, why you don't shut your mouth? You're a Muslim. Why you don't shut your mouth? They will say that, but let me tell you something.
I will say it.
Prem, no, I will continue saying.
What Singh he is?
I will tell you something. He is
Andy Singh, Anil Singh or something?
I forgot
Avinash
Singh.
Shame on you, Avinash Singh.
What I'm saying here, right? What I'm saying here is that I am a grassroots citizen of Felicity. I can go Lange Park. I can go in a different area and live. But I choose to remain in Felicity because Felicity is where I was born. Felicity is where I grew up. I know the hardship. I know the hard life. I know the separation. And Felicity have real good people. It have one or two menace. Yes. It have one or two haters.
You know, Imam, Felicity is the Diwali capital of Trinidad and Tobago, you know.
I remember all them beauty queens come down here and they walk down here. And they come down here.
People from all over the world on Diwali time, they come to Trinidad just to visit Kakandi Road, Felicity.
Again, Prem, that and all stop. Let me be real. Huh? It used to be extravagant. I remember 10, 15 buses, but it had no tourists coming again. Tourists have been barred from coming to Trinidad because of the crime situation in our country, Prem, and because of not selling Trinidad as a tourist destination anymore. That is what is happening. People don't want to come. People don't know in 5 years' time. My son, who is 12 years old, right? He have not really and truly understand what is a big sugarcane field. No? They don't know. They don't know.
That was wiped out from the landscape of this country.
You understand?
So, Imam, I want to tell you something. A certain funeral agency called me and said, Prem, I want you to mention something in that program. You observe when we went there, there was no burning.
Yeah.
People are saying they're not taking their family loved ones who have died to be cremated at Lakankara cremation site because of the condition of that blasted road. They're going elsewhere. They're going to Waterloo and some other place to cremate.
But
all right?
in the long and short, I'll tell you something, in the long and short, not everybody is wealthy. Eh? So the people who are impoverished a little bit and they are not wealthy enough, they will have to come down and face the consequences. Many times, I know for a fact that
it is the same cost.
Yes.
To cremate there or to cremate at Waterloo. It's the same cost.
Yeah, well, they prefer that because of the condition here. So the mayor of Shogunas try to understand this. Eh? We are not here to hate you. We are not here to disrespect you. We are telling you that it is for too long. It is for too long that other places are being paved. Like, for example, we have some photos of Upper Lyland Street. Upper Lyland Street that was done just about 2 or 3, maybe 4 days ago. And when we look at the road, you're going to realize that the road, there's a lot of depression water. There's a swimming pool on the road. There's a swimming pool. After the break, when we come back, we're going to take a break and we're going to send that video for the director. And we want John Public to see what is going on. Roads are being paved at this present time in Felicity. And that area that is our most traversed area, especially for the Hindu community at this point in time, and Chankalal was saying this, that there is approximately 250 boatmen there, the fishermen and so forth. They are going through a really and truly hellish time simply because of neglect by whom? By the borough of Shogunas and by the representative that they have selected, who is the mayor of Shogunas. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, my friends, we're going to continue on our program, Hard Facts.
Yes, Trinidad, your favorite Hardware Island Express here. We have a massive Republic sale here. Alright? You're getting 2 shovels, 1 fork, 1 hoe, and a 16-liter spray can for $4.99. Alright? But wait, hold on. What the boss now say, when you buy the package, you're getting a free pair of gloves. Alright, so come on down and take advantage of this sale. We are located at Rashid Avenue, Kakandi Road, Felicity, Chaguanas. And you can call us at 308-5318. Yes, Trinidad, your favorite Hardware Island Express. Continuing on the door sale. Alright, these just a few other doors that we have in stock. All different patterns, all different sizes. Large variety of items here. Alright, you can come on down and check us out. Lowest prices in Trinidad.
Call ceiling experts today. Quality materials, free estimates, affordable prices, professional installation, reliable and efficient service with over 20 years experience. We can build any design given to us. Quality over quantity. Lowest prices in Trinidad, so book us today.
So welcome back again to the program Hard Facts. Imam, just prior to going to the commercial break there, right? You were speaking about the fishing and the boating area at the Lacan Reclamation site.
Yeah.
We also spoke to a gentleman there, right? And the guy was saying that the fishermen of that area had to put up money to buy steel, gravel, cement, and other items, BRC, and that's plastic and that sort of thing, to cast this slipway, the jetty, to bring out their boats to be stored at the boating area there and for repairs and that sort of thing. They had to spend their own money, amounting to thousands of dollars, right? When that should be done by the borough of Chaguanas,
Exactly.
right? So these men have to, they are putting out of their own pockets. Sometimes they don't make that kind of money. Okay?
So again, my friends, again, it is really and truly important. It is an integral operation that we are doing here. We are identifying the challenges that you and we face on a daily basis. We are hearing Premchand Baldeo, our co-host for this program, Hard Facts, stating that he had not been receiving water in that area for the past 29 days. And I am telling you, my friends, from the program that we have initiated here, we started a program called, and the topic of that discussion was how a pothole is born in this country. I want to repeat that again for you all to see what is going on. And even up till today, my friends, today is this is the third week, we're going to the fourth week now, 1 month. Water is wasting at that area there.
Tahadil Road.
And Tahadil Road in Pier Road, Chaguanas, right? Now we see the birth of a pothole here, and that is the area, the purview of Councillor Faiq Mohammed. Mr. Faiq Mohammed, please take note that this leak started with a small pinhole, if you want to call it pinhole. Then it has been escalated to the middle photo, and then the last photo that we took would have been that one on the right hand side of the screen, just above your head. My friends, we're going to take out a photo for our Monday program and show you, Trinidad and Tobago, how people are neglecting their responsibility, namely WASA. Because we're going to do an interview with the neighborhood, the people around the neighbor, and they will tell you that they reported it to the borough of Chaguanas, they reported to the council of the area, they reported it to WASA, to no avail. And water is wasting there. I would say in the past 3 weeks, maybe about 50 to 75, maybe 150,000 gallons of water have been wasted. What is the cost of a gallon of water, Prem? Average, in your mind?
Well, Imam, 1,000 gallons, if you have to buy a chocolate of water, is $750 to $800, you know.
So we talk about 70, we're talking about 1,000 gallons?
Yeah, 1,000 gallons.
So that's about maybe $7? $7 per gallon for water, right? We wouldn't even say that is the cost. Let us say $2. Let us say $2 per gallon of water. And that one pothole has wasted, and those waters have gone to cause more damages
to people's property,
to the people, and to the road itself, for the infrastructure of that road. And you look at 150,000 gallons of water wasted in the past 3.5 weeks. That would incur a cost of maybe, how much money, Prem? 150,000 multiplied by 2 is $300,000 wasted in water.
And it's more than that, eh?
And it's more, we just averaging for you all. One small pothole is costing taxpayers in the vicinity of hundreds of thousands of dollars in wastage. But yet still, WASA is sending messages to you that if you do not pay your bill, you're not getting water.
You're due for disconnection.
You're not getting water, but you are due for disconnection, number one. And then they threaten you after and say that they will receive their money via other alternative means of taking back or receiving, or maybe entering your premises and seizing your property so that the bills can be paid. This is what is happening in our country, Trinidad and Tobago. So those of you who are locked on around the world, maybe you can even text us and tell us if that very said thing is happening in your country. I don't think so. In this country, everything bad that is happening right now, it is directly leading back to the hands of the government. It is either they have become redundant, either they just taking things lightly because they feel that here what, we have been in power for 2 years, two terms, right? And we don't need a third term because right now we don't know, money is being borrowed tremendously. I don't know where they're going to get these monies from. Because when you hear a prime minister go in a foreign land and he laments like how our prime minister lamented, you know, he raised his hands like this and we give up, we surrender. So what we come here, we come to borrow maybe half a billion US dollars or 300 million US dollars or whatever million US dollars so that we can be able, food for the boys, game for the boys, things for the toys for the boys, in other words. And what is going to happen to the citizens of this country? Huh? Those persons who lend the money, they will come here, take our port, take our pitch lake, they will take our industry, they will take our oil, they will take our gases. And that is what is happening. That is when you put square peg in wrong hole. So continue doing that. And you don't stand up and talk. And don't raise your voices. And don't say anything because you know what? I am scared. It's one life to live, my friends. One life to live. Let us live it in peace. Let us live it in harmony. Let us live it with justice. Because we are being taken advantage of at this present time in this country, Trinidad and Tobago. So again, we're going to take a break, my friends. We're going to take a break, and when we come back,
we wrap up, yes.
Prem is going to lead the conversation because we have one or two things that we have really and truly neglected to say, and we're going to say it when we come back in our final segment of our program.
Call ceiling experts today. Quality materials, free estimates, affordable prices, professional installation, reliable and efficient service with over 20 years experience. We can build any design given to us. Quality over quantity. Lowest prices in Trinidad, so book us today.
So once again, welcome back, friends, to the final segment of our program. With me in studio is the Chief Executive Officer of this station, Imam Rashid Karim, Minister of Religion, a very, very vocal person, a very, very outspoken and courageous, shall I say, an astute businessman also, and presently he has a sale going on for gardening products and whatnot, and even lumber and PVC pipes and whatnot. It's ridiculously low, I have to say, Imam. And you know, off camera, he was telling me, he said, Prem, I am giving back to my community. So, Imam, I thank you very much, and I'm going to pick you up on that offer for the $100 less.
For the tank.
For the tank, all right?
Yeah.
So, friends, just to wrap up our program today, Imam, we have not dealt with this country has never been under siege like this before. With killings, with crime, with home invasions, and senseless killings also. All right? I don't know if you want to just brush that topic.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
we had to deal with it because I tell you something. When we see 5 citizens of this country, and when you look at the age group and so forth, people are being killed and so forth. People are straying away from that. But again, it clearly indicates that there are many misguided citizens of this country. And the responsibility of all those persons' lives that have been taken, it rests on the leadership of the government of the day. Whether they want to shun that responsibility and say, that is not my problem, that is your problem, boss.
You know something, Imam?
That's your problem.
3 different types of projectiles were found at the crime scene from 3 different types of high-powered weapons.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Look at the kind of weapons that is in the hands of criminals.
And the thing about it, the Prime Minister spoke about that, and he said that he have identified and he know what is taking place. But why it is that you have not implemented strategic coordination? Why have you not done that? Why have you not coordinated the areas? Why have you not, really and truly step up on the crime initiatives? Why we have been clamoring on this program? We have been calling on the Commissioner of Police. Please tell us. Right? And you know something, one person called me, people are listening to this program, right? A guy called me, right? And it was more on the religious line. So those people who have the Islamic belief and so forth, it really and truly will govern for that. Because I tell you something, for the other people, they won't really care anything about that. Because really and truly, a man coming with a gun, they would retaliate negatively or positively in their pathway. But you know what the guy told me? He said, Imam, you're supposed to tell the people this, and I'm going to try to say it as discreet as possible. There are many, many chapters of the glorious Quran that can be recited, that can be a means of healing, it can be a means of protection, and namely one, Ayatul Kursi. That is the ayat that is so powerful. It begins like this, Prim. Allahu la ilaha illahu wal hayyul qayyum, which means that God Almighty is one. He's powerful, the magnificent, the knowing, the everything. But the point is that He never sleeps. Slumber doesn't overpower Him. Correct. He's in total control. And that is God Almighty. So the point here is that people of the Islamic concept, don't forget to recite your Ayatul Kursi when you enter your homes, when you exit your homes, when you are going in your business. Recite your du'as and so forth. Very much important. But then again, we are Muslims and we can say that. But there are other people who mightn't believe in that, and they will say, where can I get a good pit bull? Where can I get a good machine gun? Where can I get, something? Where can I hire security? And these are the things. They put their reliance, they put their trust in that. But this guy is telling me, Imam, try to instill it. Right, Yeah, try to instill to put God consciousness.
Let me just add some of this, right? And to our Hindu brothers and sisters, okay? For divine protection, there are certain mantras. Mantras are what you call incantations that are charged with supreme power for your protection, your guidance, your prosperity, and your success. In this time of Ganesh Utsav, where you see the Ganesh Murtis are being paraded through the streets of Trinidad and Tobago where Hindus live, the mantra goes like this. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighanam Kurme Deva Sarvakar Yeshu Sarvada. You are appealing to that aspect of divinity to give you and your family, your property, your cars, and whatever, Imam, supreme protection. And that works. It will work, and it has worked in the past, and it will continue to work, Imam.
Inshallah. Yeah. So again, my friends, we on this program here, you're going to realize that it is a multifaceted program. That we are here, we are capable of handling things. We can tell people what to do, we can invite them, we can induce them, we can encourage them, but again, we can't force them, Prim.
No, we're not
going to force you. All we can do is introduce, we can tell you things, and we can tell you that good people, when you stay quiet, people of Trinidad and Tobago, when you stay quiet, there are people who have many facts. I spoke to a person today, and that person was a top man in customs. He was a very, very high man in customs. I wouldn't even call his name. And when he told me there is codes that custom officers has to follow. There are 5 codes. And if they follow the first and second, you don't need to follow the 3.
It falls in line.
It falls in line. And the person was showing me that. He was showing me that. And these custom officers, they take things in their own hands. They do things because maybe they favor someone and they don't favor the other, or maybe you didn't tell them good morning. People retaliate negatively.
Yes.
When you go there, you have to lick people's boots, especially when you go in public places where there are miscreants behind that counter. If you don't tell them good morning, and if they're on the phone, you have to wait for them to finish conversation, their private discussions. They don't understand that they may be talking with their husband or their sweetheart, or they're talking with somebody on the phone, and you go there and say good morning and you distract them, they're angry with you.
Like
and
what?
because they're angry with you, they will treat you and they dish out. Maybe their conversation was going negatively. Maybe the husband or the wife or the boyfriend or
So
the
they come
girlfriend.
off the phone with that.
And they come off with that
unleash it
venom.
on you.
Yeah, they come off with that venom. And I've seen that happening. They are not kind, they are not courteous in these places. When they are not kind and courteous, fire them.
Likewise,
What you have to do is, those of you who are going in there, buy a pen, buy a camera, put it in your pocket, and videotape these miscreants.
likewise, some politicians too.
Yes,
Yes.
videotape them. You know what is normally
Treat you
happening
with
now?
scant courtesy.
What they're doing when they go out, they're having a private meeting with caucus meeting and so forth. Leave your phone outside. Leave your phone outside. There's nobody recording.
Scared to be recorded.
Yes, because that is what is happening. They are incapable. I don't care if somebody, if you having a meeting and we are here, you could come with your phone, you could record, you could say what you want, do what you want, publish it. That's your business, because I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to tell you anything that is to kill somebody. I'm not going to tell you to rob somebody. I'm not going to do that. So you could come with your phone and record it. You know, that time they wouldn't record.
True.
When you talking goodness,
Yeah, they're recording that.
they're recording that. But from the moment you say one word negative,
TikTok.
that reaching in places.
You know, Imam, TikTok is trying to become Bollywood, Hollywood, Nollywood, Riverwood, and another kind of wood.
Yes. So my friends, again, those of you who are locked on, this program, Hardfacts, is your program. We have been identifying. This week coming up on Monday, we're going to have a bumper program again, where we're going down to Platonic, we're going down to Barrackpore, we're going down to those southern areas of Trinidad and Tobago, and that is neglected by the MPs of the area. Now the PNM have neglected you all, right? They are in government. Now there are people who are MPs, members of parliament, and they have, and we are asking you, when we come down there with the cameras, try to use least amount of vulgarities. Because I know for a fact that you all, every word comes out of your mouth is obscene, obscene, obscene. And then it gives me a lot of problem when we come in studio, we have to delete and delete and delete. Sometimes we reach a point that we chop, 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 chop.
Whole
the
video
whole
gone.
video gone. So please, when we come to your community, we come into South, we are coming to South maybe Sunday afternoon. And again, my friends, we're going to go to that sister who having that problem with her son, and there's no water in the area, and we're going to do a comprehensive report and let John public know. We're doing this here not to highlight the ills of the MP for the area. We don't want the MP to feel that we're coming to make him look bad. We are coming there because our Prime Minister is going outside our precinct, outside our country, and making it as though everything is good, everything is taken care of in this country. Only yesterday when he did that speech and he gave his
at the
UN, and he said about crime and all these things, I clearly indicated that, hey, something is adverse here. Maybe he wants to borrow. Maybe he needs to borrow some money from some country. Maybe he's going out there.
Or beg.
Yes, to borrow some money to come and champion the cause in this country. And then again, maybe millions of dollars would be borrowed, and how much would we spend in this country? My friends, again, this program, Hardfacts, is your program.
So, Imam, we dealt with the temperatures outside, and we need to have our children fully well rehydrated. We dealt with the water wars, meaning the shortage of water in our country. We dealt with bullying and the buying, selling, and smoking of narcotics
At St. Madeleine.
At St. Madeleine School. Threats to students who speak out. Fighting. As a result, students are suffering injuries. There's a shortage of staff in some schools. Vacancies are not being filled, and it is alleged that principals are not taking any action. Okay, we dealt with the road conditions in Central and South Trinidad. At length, we dealt with that, inclusive of the cremation site, the boating area, the fishing area. We dealt with Lacan Street, Felicity, where the road was dug up. The residents were asked to put up money to purchase material and whatnot. That is a matter to be investigated. Again, the killing continues to plague our blessed and beautiful land. 9 shot, 5 dead in one night, and it continues. Imam Hardware here, there are a lot of giveaways, extremely low prices. Come and take advantage of it. I will be taking advantage of it when I go downstairs just now. And the slipway jetty, people have the fishermen had to put up money, Imam, to buy their own material to fix it. And the borrowers just sit there and laughing and smiling.
Okay, so thank you, Prem. Thank you, Prem. Thank you, Director, for a wonderful show today. Thanks to all our callers, all those who text, all those who message us. Thank you all very, very, very much. I would like to say a special Republic Day, Happy Republic Day, if you want to call it that, to all citizens of this beautiful country, Trinidad and Tobago. And again, my friends, as I close off, I just want to remind you that the Romans, what they did, they gave bread and games. right? And that is how they control their people at that time. And what I've said today is that basically that is the same strategy that is being used at this present time, right? Games and food is being given. And that is a distraction. When you look at it, it is a distraction to really and truly a greater productivity when it comes to the Caribbean. Because I tell you something, TKR might make money, right? The players might make money via the viewership and all these things. But again, my friends, after that match, you all know the finals will be on Sunday. And that match would be against Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago.
More fight.
More fight. So we are trying to really and truly let you all know that let good sense prevail. I don't want to come here on Monday and hear that people were shot at and people were mutilated.
For chicken curry,
or curry
chicken, or dal and rice and chicken.
Right. So we want you all to live, try to see how best we can be patriotic. And this is really and truly for sporting purposes. This is not, I mean, if Guyana win the title, right? What's so wrong with that? Guyana never win a title. If Guyana win a title, hey, nothing wrong with that. If Trinidad win a title again, nothing wrong with that. But the point I'm making, my friends, when the citizens of both countries would take it so deep to their hearts that they retaliated negatively by fighting each other, by throwing bottles and stones and all these things and attacking. You see that attacking taking place on Facebook every single day, right? You see that happening every day. My friends, again, let good sense prevail. It is a cricket match. It is for sporting. It is for enjoyment purposes and nothing else. We should not retaliate negatively, because when that blow away, again, we have to become citizens of our own country, and then again we have to do business, we have to do trade and all these things. So again, I ask you all to respect decisions of that match and respect the game, right? Win, loss or draw, right? Let us be patriotic and let us understand that, as I said before, it is only a game. Imam Rashid Karim, Mr. Premchand Baldev, signing off until Monday. We thank you all for your sponsorship. We thank you all for all that you have shown, your kindness to us. And again, we are going to visit your neck of the woods and really and truly highlight what has taken place when it comes to the infrastructure, crime, and so many different things in our beautiful country, Trinidad and Tobago.
So, Imam, मुझे लाख बराशा है तो क्या होता है? वही होता है जो I know you feel I know that. वही होता है जो मंसूरे खुदा होता है. Let me just say one again. Om Yam Brahma Vedanta Vidur Varanti Param Pradhanam Purusham Tatanye Vishwagate Karamishwaram Tasmai Namo Vigna Vinashanam. See you.
Translated in English.
I'll do that Monday.
Right, okay. So my friends, again, pleasant good afternoon to Trinidad and Tobago. And continue watching our show, continue sending messages. And we do appreciate you. I do hope and pray that you appreciate our program, Hard Facts. Pleasant good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago, as we sign off.
Yes, Trinidad, your favorite Hardware Island Express here. We have a massive Republic sale here. Alright? You're getting 2 shovels, 1 fork, 1 hoe, and a 16-liter spray can for $4.99. Alright? But wait, hold on. What the boss now say, when you buy the package, you're getting a free pair of gloves. Alright, so come on down and take advantage of this sale. We are located at Rashid Avenue, Kakandi Road, Felicity, Shagonas. And you can call us at 308-5318. Yes, Trinidad, your favorite Hardware Island Express, continuing on the door sale. Alright, these just a few other doors that we have in stock, all different patterns, all different sizes, large variety of items here. Alright, you can come on down and check us out. Lowest prices in Trinidad.
Call ceiling experts today. Quality materials, free estimates, affordable prices, professional installation, reliable and efficient service with over 20 years experience. We can build any design given to us. Quality over quantity. Lowest prices in Trinidad, so book us today. experts today. Quality materials, free estimates, affordable prices, professional installation, reliable and efficient service with over 20 years experience.